CTV's Abigail Bimman looks at the importance of that decision in a U.S. courtroom. Hi, Abigail.
Sandy, we know the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to issue rulings in argued cases tomorrow, and while the court does not announce in advance which rulings it will release, this case is among the most closely watched.
Are they legal or are they not?
That's the big question that could be answered by the United States Supreme Court Friday about the American president's decision to impose so-called IEEPA tariffs, that's the International Emergency Economic Power Act, on countries including Canada. This trade expert says impacted businesses should make sure to keep all paperwork.
Will the Supreme Court say that those tariffs that have been collected, if they are in fact illegal, then what happens to the money that's been collected to date? If it's supposed to then go back to those who it has been collected from illegally, then our clients and businesses in general will be looking to see some of that money refunded.
There's not a lot of optimism about a likely messy refund situation. Meanwhile, new numbers from October show Canada recorded a smaller than expected trade deficit overall.
The big takeaway is that things are kind of not moving all that much with the U.S. in terms of overall trade. They're kind of in a holding pattern. What we saw in contrast is that exports were through the roof for non-U.S. countries that we're sending goods to.
Donald Trump is still extolling the virtues of tariffs, posting Tuesday, "Thank you, Mr. Tariff. Pray that the United States Supreme Court allows our country to continue its unprecedented march toward unparalleled greatness."
I think that the U.S. administration is going to continue to impose tariffs, irrespective of the outcome.
The Supreme Court's decision could also send a broader message about the American president's power.
Is the Supreme Court going to signal that even though there are other potential tariff legislation in the U.S. that the president could use, that maybe those are not going to be good either?
The Canadian government isn't saying much about the expected ruling. A source tells CTV News they are letting the judicial process follow its course and will continue to get ready for the upcoming free trade review. Sandy?
All right, CTV's Abigail Bimman.